What's up, spectators? Welcome back to an episode of Ace Attorney 6. Last time we started a new case, episode 2, and we are now about to defend Trucy. And, yeah, that's about it. I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day. Right. She seems fine now. Trucy, let's win this time. Unlike some people. We better get right to investigating. Come on, Athena, wipe that nose and let's go. Excuse you? Do you see any snot on my face, Apollo? Talking about an emotional roller coaster. We'll need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theater where the body was found. I hope no one will try to stop us. If you're going to the Penrose Theater, can I ask you a favor? Of course, what is it? I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room. Sure, we can pick it up for you. That notebook is really, really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it. Wow, I wonder what kind of murders are planned in it. The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's big and black. And with that, I've got to go. It seems they got more questions for me. Alright, see you later, Trucy. Should we investigate the stage first or get the notebook? Let's get the notebook first. The dressing room looks just the way it did before the incident. All these items look kinda lonely without their owners. We have to find Trucy's notebook for her. Let's see, she said it would be in her blue handbag on the table. We should see what else we can check out while we're here. Here's that handbag Trucy was talking about. I feel a little funny about digging around in a girl's purse. I guess it's okay to open it. After all, she did ask us to. Yes, hurry up. But not you, Apollo, let me do it. Let's see. No, not this. What's this? She has... Oh, Trucy, you are bad. Really? Come on now. Wow. Alright. That's inappropriate. I want to see too. That's funny. She said it was a black notebook, right? But there's nothing like that in here. Maybe Trucy was wrong about where she left it. Let's keep looking around for it. Nothing interesting. What's this? A script of the show? It says Bonnie, so it must belong to that bunny assistant we saw in the show. Magic show script. You and I got to see the first 2 parts up to the end of the 10:20 a.m. segment. But this Mr. Rias's fire trick, we didn't get to see that part. Yeah, because they canceled the show after the accident. There's a note about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. Come to think of it, when Mr. Rias turned into a dragon, it breathed fire, didn't it? Coin tricks and fire tricks were Mr. Rias' specialties. Maybe they had some big finale planned, where Mr. Rias and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival. Look at all these costumes. I bet they're all Trucy's. Could you tell by the scent? Are you like some kind of bloodhound or something? I'm her assistant, not her pet. Look at all this stuff. I bet it belongs to that bunny assistant we saw in that show. That's a lot of stuff. Well, thanks to my little kitty cats, I just lost some of the progress I made, I think. But I'm hoping nothing gets messed up. Alright, let's just pick up where we left off. Does she really need all that? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so much makeup. When it comes to sheer number of items, your desk back at the office isn't any better. Those things are all the natural accumulation of 2 years of work, and they're all necessary. Really? Instant noodles and crackers? Of course, I need those for when I have to stay at the office all night prepping a case. And the comic books too? Of course I need those too. Manga these days are super realistic and informative. I need them for research. Ooh, I see. So you need to research street fighting and the funnies, do you? Oh, I already did that. Ah, no! Oh my god. Alright, let's try not to click it again as soon as this ends. Okay. I say we take a look through Mr. Rias's things, too. Is that a notebook sticking out from behind his briefcase? You're right. It's practically screaming, "Over here, look at me!" Do you think it could be... Oh, wow. Our hunch was right. It's Trucy's notebook. What's it doing mixed in with Mr. Rias's stuff? Good question. Trucy's ultra-important notebook. It was mixed in with Mr. Rias's belongings. It's locked. Guess that means we can't read it. Wonder what kinds of secrets are in there to make her want to lock it. A girl her age needs her privacy. Besides, everybody has a secret or two they don't want others to know about. Look at those teeth. Rawr. If there's anything in there about kisses or crushes, I think Mr. Wright would cry. Look at the adorable little bunnies! Rabbits, huh? I used to have a pet rabbit. Really? You? You sure don't look the type. What do you mean? What's wrong with me having a pet rabbit? Aren't people who have rabbits as pets usually the quiet, sensitive type? Well, pardon me for being so loud and insensitive. It's a dove. Trucy must use it in one of her tricks. Yeah. There's another bird cage next to it. Wonder what's in that one. Cuckoo-ca-choo! What in the world was that? Okay, that was random. Aren't these Ninetales flowers? You know, those flowers that only grow in Ninetales Vale. Oh my goodness, you're right. There's a card here and a letter to go with it. The card says, "Good luck, Trucy," from Damien and Jinxie Tenma. Oh, that's nice. Jinxie was a weird one. Mayor Tenma and Jinxie, huh? What does the letter say? Yeah, Tenma Town. I remember that, Tenma Town. Let's see. Oh, there's a message for you in here, too. Please tell Mr. Demon Lawyer I said thank you for everything. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears, and now I'm not afraid of yokai anymore. And guess what? I've even become friends with yokai like Itan Momen and Konaki Gigi. Sure. No matter what happens, I guess she'll never grow out of her demon obsession. These are from Prosecutor Gavin. How like him, pretentious. They might be pretentious, but you know what? He makes it work. Apollo, I've noticed this for a while now, but you get awfully prickly when it comes to Prosecutor Gavin. Because he loves him, in secret. You think so? I mean, don't hate him just because he's beautiful. That's not it at all. Oh, that must be, wait, they're from Lamirar. Where have I heard that name before? Oh, okay. She's a famous singer. They call her the Siren of the Ballad, and she's pretty popular. Why would a famous singer be sending Trucy flowers? Well, we met her through a case I headed up once. Your circle of acquaintances is bigger than I thought. Lamirar. I don't know why, but her songs really touch me for some reason. Who knows? Could be any reason. I hope she's doing well. Trucy put some posters up, I see. Here's one of Troop Gramarye. Magical menagerie, huh? Looks like a bunch of folks dressed in outfits a bit too gaudy for their age, if you ask me. But isn't that pretty much how all the best magicians dress? Was Troop Gramarye really such a big deal back in the day? I guess so. Everybody in the country knew them back then. They had great tricks. Like making a building disappear or escaping a safe drop from a helicopter. I was in Europe at the time, so I had no idea. But if even you know about them, then they must have been really famous. I used to see them a lot on TV. I think it was back when I was in junior high. The one in black was the original leader of Troop Gramarye, Trucy's grandfather. His name was Magnifique Gramarye. The one in pink with the mustache, that's Zach Gramarye, Trucy's late biological father. And look, there's Mr. Rias. So this poster's from back when he was a member of Troop Gramarye, huh? Trucy said he left the troop after he was injured during a show or something, right? Bump, 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 bump. Well, we've examined just about everything, I think. Looking through other people's stuff was so thrilling, like I'm doing something naughty. I know what you mean, just don't go poking around at my things at the office. Why? What do you have to hide? My porn? I don't think how her eyes lit up at all of a sudden. We'd better get this notebook to Trucy. Look at her huge teeth. Put those away. The person you're trying to call is not available. After the tone, please. I tried calling Mr. Wright 100 times, but he never picks up. We've left him some voicemails, so he'll probably call once he gets them. He's gonna flip out when he hears what happened to Trucy. Hey, this is the place, the theater where that magical murder happened. Oh yeah, wonder if they brought the dead body out yet. I hear they already arrested the murderer. They say it's a young girl. Yeah, high school student. Can you believe it? Kids these days with the murdering. What's with all the curious bystanders? They sure are kicking up a fuss. How dare they call Trucy a murderer? They got some nerve. We can't let people think about her. We have to defend her. Apollo, is that you? It's about time. Emma? It's sure been a while. How have you been? Oh, can't complain. I haven't seen you in ages. Emma's not usually in the best of moods, so I never quite know what to do or say around her. Well, we have some business to take care of, so I guess we better get going. Wait a minute. Was it something I said? You're darn right it's something you said. What's with you brushing me off like that? We got heaps to catch up on. After all we've been through, you're not still mad at me about something, are you? I didn't mean to upset you. Wow, we're already going with the you're so mad, Who's this, Apollo? A distant cousin or something? Someone you can't be romantically entangled with? Emma's a detective I've had the pleasure of working with before. Emma Sky, forensic investigator. So you're finally a full-fledged forensic investigator. full-fledged forensic alligator. I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Look, I even have an official forensic investigator armband and everything. That's great. I bet the exam was really hard, huh? Oh, it was a cinch. Really? Because I thought you said something about failing it over and over. Well, never mind that. The important thing is, I'm not a plain old detective anymore. So no more boring old investigations for me. I'm so happy I can hug the whole world. Coming from you, that's really something. Criminals beware. Fingerprinting, luminol testing, DNA analysis, Emma Sky's raring to go. I guess it's goodbye, grumpy clouds. Hello, fanatical sun. She's very cheerful, isn't she? Is it because of the weather or something? She sure wasn't like this before. She was pretty frustrated back when she was assigned to the Criminal Affairs Department. And she was always munching on chocolate snackoos to relieve her stress. Snackoos and stress are a thing of the past. I've said goodbye to both of them. And may you never have to see either again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Don't you mean the accident? Oh, then I guess you haven't heard. The case is being treated as a straight-up homicide now. Just so you know, I heard that the prosecution's going to argue tomorrow that Trucy outright murdered Mr. Rios. What? Are you kidding? They're treating it as a murder? Emma, please tell us everything you know. Anything to help Trucy. I'll just tell you all these confidential details. Why is the case being treated as a homicide now, and not involuntary manslaughter? Well, apparently, there's something that proves it was a straight-up homicide. Well, that's vague. Do you know any of the details? No, I'm afraid that's all I was told. How come? Well, because the lead prosecutor is kind of a hard guy to read. Though maybe it's just a culture gap thing. Anyway, he's not one to really share his thoughts. What do you mean by culture gap? I mean that he's a foreigner, so his way of going about things is different. So who exactly am I up against tomorrow? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth has been reorganizing the prosecutor's office lately. As a part of that effort, he's gotten rid of a lot of corrupt prosecutors. So the prosecutor's office is looking pretty empty these days. And that's how a foreign prosecutor got assigned to this case? That's part of it, yes. We were short on prosecutors and this guy just happened to be visiting. And what's the purpose of his visit? Well, some insurgents from the kingdom of Kurain are thought to be hiding out here. As an international prosecutor, he apparently came to investigate the matter personally. So he's from Kurain. That's right, he's also a Kurainist monk. So how did he get assigned to this particular case anyway? It seems he's very devoted to furthering his studies as a prosecutor. He wanted to learn how crime scenes are investigated here, so he just showed up. So he was just curious, huh? He looked the entire crime scene over quite earnestly. And just as everyone else was ready to call it a case of involuntary manslaughter, this is most certainly a murder. The cruel act of impure soul! That's what he said, just like that. Then he volunteered himself as the prosecutor for this case. With the shortage of prosecutors right now, the prosecutor's office was glad to have him. So Trucy was arrested for murder all because of this guy, huh? I have to say, he's definitely not your typical prosecutor. Better be cool, man. He says court is where a victim receives their last rites. Where the truth is revealed, the criminal is judged, and the victim's soul sees salvation. Receiving last rites in court allows the victim to finally rest in peace, or so he claims. So to him, a trial is like performing funeral rites for the victim, huh? That's certainly a unique way of looking at it. His name is Nayuta-san Sadmari. Nayuta Sadmari? That's right. Do you know him or something? I guess you could say I've heard of him. Well, he is pretty famous. Really? They say he travels the world solving difficult cases after difficult case. Where there's a hard case to crack, he's called in to prosecute it. Sounds like he's going to be tough to beat. I can't believe this. I have to stand in court against him? He seems like a very kind and gentle person, though. He's very polite and understanding to everyone he talks to. So he's a pretty agreeable guy, then. He's bound to see what kind of person Trucy really is. But don't they hate defense attorneys in Kurain? Would he even listen to what we have to say? I don't see why not. He certainly seems like the type of person who would. Even so, do you think you could do us a favor, Emma? Could you tell Prosecutor Sadmari about Trucy, about what a good person she is? Of course! Leave it to me. I'll make him understand there's no way Trucy could have committed murder. I hope he listens to reason. He'll listen to evidence, and the evidence points to her, so we gotta disprove it. Come on now. Congrats on finally becoming the forensic investigator you always wanted to be. Thanks. I failed that exam so many times, but I finally did it. I can finally use my forensics kit openly whenever I want. Oh yeah, you used to have stealth use a kid... Wait, sorry, my cat's in the way. Hey, you're in the way, buddy. You're in the way, buddy. You used to have, to stealth use a kit you sent away for. I still use that one too. But now it's more of a hobby kit. It's important to have hobbies too, you know. So basically, nothing's changed. Are you kidding? I don't have to worry about getting in trouble for taking fingerprints for fun now. It's positively life-changing. I can take all the prints I want. Are you sure you're allowed to do that? Sure, I'm sure. I've been collecting all the prints I've taken into a personal database. Now hold out your hands. I need to get your prints too. Just promise me you won't use them for evil. I can't believe she took my prints, too, Apollo. This is looking pretty bad, Apollo. They're calling it a murder, and they've even got proof. What are we gonna do? I say we go home and eat some noodles. Look on the bright side, that's what. Or hamburgers, I'm sorry. Hamburgers. What bright side? Well, the good thing about there being proof is that it has to point to the real killer. If we can find out who that is, we can prove Trucy's innocence. You're right. Which means our objectives are clear. We have to find two things: proof of Trucy's innocence, and evidence of the true culprit's identity. You know what, Apollo? You're starting to give me a glimmer of hope. And that means there's only one thing to do. Emma, would it be alright if we investigate the scene? If I said no, you'd just do it behind my back anyway, right? It'd break the law? Yes. Would I do something like that? Alright. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, sorry, my cat. Oh, scratching my leg. Alright, you're gonna sit in my lap? Alright, that's fine. But I better come along. Who knows what sorts of mischief you'd get up to if I'm not there to keep an eye on you. Mischief? Sounds like Emma trusts you about as far as she can throw you, Apollo. He has been known to move things around at the scene of a crime, you know. And what about you? You used to do all kinds of forensic tests on things without permission. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, forensics is always on the side of justice. How is that even remotely fair? And I guess that's everything. Unless we try presenting something, which I don't think we should. Didn't I present it? Oh. It's weird, but I keep running into the name Troop Gramarye over the years. Maybe it's fate. Have you ever considered joining them? You could use your expertise in forensics to do scientific magic. You're not thinking of stuff like picking the right card using fingerprint powder, are you? You could hardly call that magic, Athena. Yeah, I guess not. Looks like we hit the nail right on the head. Are you asking me to test that? Why are you putting it away? Okay. And that should just about do it. Let's go to the crime scene. Oh, my little kitty cat staring at the monitor. No, 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 no. Oh, he's gonna push something. Penrose Theater. Stage. Wait, oh God, stop. Let's get down to investigating, shall we? Just make sure you don't move anything or I'll get in big trouble. Fine, I promise. To only move the things I have to. Well, I have my own investigation to conduct, but let me know if you need anything. It's been a while since we've done any investigating. What are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. You do remember how to do this, right? If you don't, I can give you a quick rundown. Should I have Athena waste my time? I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I got it all locked away in the vault up here. Good, and I'm sure it'll all come back to me too as we go along. Wasn't it you who just offered to give me a rundown? Alright, let's take a look at what we got. I've seen something like this before. It's like that game where you stick swords into a barrel until a little man inside pops up. That doesn't sound like any game I've ever heard of. It's pretty famous in Europe. Did you have anything to play with as a kid? It's pretty famous when I was in Korea, it was huge. Obviously, in Japan, it'll be huge since I'm pretty sure it came from Japan. Lots of fun. It's a round barrel. It's got all these plastic swords. It's like a hot potato, and someone eventually pops it out. You know us simple Americans, we're happy with just a hoop and a stick. Us Americans with our burgers. Yeah, fuck you. Emma, can I ask you a question? This is the best part. She won't even look this way. What great prints! Another set for my collection. She certainly seems to enjoy her work, doesn't she? This is a curtain. Wonder what's behind it. The backstage area. There's magic equipment and stuff like that back there. I'll open it a crack and check it out later. You weren't thinking of opening that curtain, were you? Who, me? Will I ever do a thing like that? Guess I'll have to ask her to open it for me later. Bum, 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 bum. We have one of these in the office too, don't we? Yeah, that poor magic prop we use as a shelving unit. My cat is so funny. He's staring at the text as it scrolls. So every time I click A, it scrolls, he starts staring at the text again. Oh, wait, no, don't touch it. Oh, God, don't scratch the monitor. I'd kind of like to see Trucy perform this trick sometime. Well, we both know you'd be the one in the box if she ever did. I feel bad for the prop, but I got 99 problems, but a prop ain't one. It can stay a shelving unit in that case. I'm gonna see if I can take a photo of the cat. Hold on, where's my camera? Oh, no, where are you going? Oh, don't slap that! Ah! We have one of these in the office too, don't we? Oh, of course. Now that I pick up my phone, you don't want none of this, huh? Is that it? Look at this pesky guy. Okay, I took a photo, so I'll put it over on the screen right now. Hopefully, if I remember. Yeah, that's you. You're the one making this so difficult for me. That poor magic prop we use as a shelving unit. I'd kind of like to see Trucy perform this trick sometime. Well, we both know you'd be the one in the box if she ever did. I feel bad for the prop, but... Oh my god! It can stay a shelving unit in that case. There isn't a whole lot left, but the dragon and the camera, probably. Why don't we save that for the next video, because it's already been 30 minutes. So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!